What is the formula for the area of a sector? To find this formula, let's start out by labeling the parts of this circle. Well, this shaded region right here is a sector. It's a fraction or a piece of the area of a circle. And we're trying to find the formula that will give us the area of this shaded region. Now, the angle that makes up our sector is called the central angle. And the pieces of the central angle, here and here, those two sides are radii of the circle. So this side is a radius and the other side is a radius as well. Great! Now that we've identified some of these pieces, we can more closely focus on finding the formula for the area of a sector. I said before that the area of a sector is just a piece of the area of the entire circle. So let's look at the area of a circle. The formula for the area of a circle is A equals pi r squared. A is the area and r is the radius of the circle. Now, the area of a sector is a fraction of the area of a circle. So let's try to write a proportion using that. So we'll have the area of the sector that we're looking at, and that is a part or a fraction of the whole, the area of the circle. Now let's take this fraction and take each one of these areas and set them equal to the respective angle measurements. Here, the angle for the area of a sector is the central angle, and it's not necessarily always 105 degrees. So we need to write that it's the central angle. The angle measurement for the area of a circle is always the same, 360 degrees. The angle measurement of a circle is 360 degrees. Now that we have this proportion, let's take some of these, like the area of a sector and the central angle, and put in some variables instead. So here, the area of a sector is what we're trying to find. Let's represent that as A. The area of a circle is this value right here, pi r squared. Now that's equal to the central angle over 360. Well, instead of writing the central angle, let's write the variable n instead, just picking a variable to represent that number. And that's over 360. So now that we have our proportion like this, let's try to take it and solve it for the area of a sector. That will give us the formula for the area of a sector. So we're trying to take this and solve it for A. To do that, we need to take pi r squared and multiply it to both sides of this equation. When we do, they cancel out over here, and we're just left with A. Here, we're left with n over 360 times pi r squared. This is the formula for the area of a sector. We have that the area of a sector is equal to n, which is the measurement of the central angle, divided by 360 times the quantity pi r squared. We have the formula we were looking for. Next, let's use this formula and find the area of this sector. So we want to take our formula and plug in what we know. Well, we're trying to find A, the area of the sector. Then we have n, which is the measurement of the central angle. In our problem, it's 105. We put that over 360. Then we multiply that by pi r squared. For this problem, we can approximate pi to be the decimal 3.14. And the radius is the length of this line, 4 feet. So we have 4 squared. Now to get our area, we just need to solve using the order of operations. So here we have something to a power. So we need to address that first. When we take 4 squared, we get 16. Then we can take 105 over 360, and if we approximate that to 3 decimal places, we get 0.292. 3.14 times 16 is 50.24. Now we take these two numbers and multiply them together. When we do, we get 14.67. So the area of our sector, or the area of this shaded region here, is 14.67. But remember, we're talking about area. An area is a squared unit of measure. So we need to take the units that we're working with and square them. Our radius is measured in feet. That means we're dealing with feet. So our area and our answer is in feet squared. That means that the area of this sector is 14.67 feet squared. And now we have the formula to find the area of a sector.